Well, hello indie people, how are you doing? Anyway, today I'm going to be talking about this symbol and really talking about if it's offensive within the autism community. Also, I'm going to talk about some of the history behind it and of course share my personal views. But of course, if you want to learn more about autism in the future, then consider subscribing down below and also hitting that notification bell so you do not miss a video. Anyway, this video idea came about when I was posting videos on various Facebook groups during World Autism Awareness Week. And one of the groups I posted in was a autism based group, and they were not very happy with me using the ribbon with the puzzle pieces. And this got me thinking, is the symbol of the puzzle piece offensive? So I did a little bit of digging and asked around, and basically what I've found is that there's quite a lot of negative connotations with this puzzle piece. And this has really stemmed from Autism Speaks, the charity in the US. And if you've been a long-term viewer of this channel, you will know that I've done a video on Autism Speaks. I'll leave the Autism Speaks video up in the iCard for you guys and also down below so you can go and have a look and see what I actually talked about in that video. Also, when I've been doing my own research, the National Autistic Society used to have a similar looking logo. I'll just put it here. Basically, it's depicting a child crying in the center of a puzzle piece, and to me personally, when I found out about this, I was a little bit surprised. This is just because it doesn't really depict autism in a positive light. And I mean, this logo was done in the 1960s, and of course NAS have changed it since to this, and I personally quite like this logo. It's just very pink and purple, and I personally like that sort of colour. And the current logo for NAS is more inclusive, I feel, and I feel that the puzzle piece is a really negative thing within the autism community, and people just don't like the puzzle piece because of these negative connotations from Autism Speaks, etc. From talking to other people, watching videos about this topic, I personally feel that the puzzle piece is not really a good representative, I'm going to say this right, representative logo for autism, because in a very subtle way the puzzle piece kind of represents something missing or something that is broken. So, you know, if you have a whole puzzle and you're missing one bit, then it's not technically complete, is it? And also with the primary colours that I used, the blue, the yellow and the red, it's kind of seen as childish, which I can definitely understand. You know, it's very bright, very colourful, and the fact that people in the autism community don't like the use of these primary colours, I can definitely understand that, with the fact that primary colours are closely associated with children, and of course there's adult and children on the spectrum. So I can definitely understand that and definitely agree that it is a little bit childish. However, when I used the symbol in my thumbnails for World Autism Awareness Week, I personally didn't know any better, because I've always associated autism awareness and autism acceptance with this puzzle piece. You know, I didn't actually understand properly how people may be offended by the puzzle piece. I've got to say, if anyone was offended by me using the ribbon with the puzzle pieces, I can only apologise. You know, I've learned from this experience and I wouldn't want to offend anyone in any way, shape or form. So you might be asking yourself, Andy, if the puzzle piece for autism is offensive to some of the people on the spectrum, what is the alternative? So I've been doing my research into this, and there's a growing movement within the autism community to have this as the symbol for autism awareness acceptance. And when I've been talking to people about this as well, they personally feel that the symbol is more inclusive and not as childish, and it's more positive and it gives a better representation of autism. Now, I personally quite like this logo and can definitely understand why people want to use it. Now, the logo itself is the infinity symbol, which basically means infinite. It goes on forever and ever and ever. So when I actually sat down and thought about it properly, this symbol is actually really good, because when you link it to autism, there are millions of people within the autism community, and everyone on the spectrum is not 100% identical. There are similarities, but a lot of us on the spectrum have different needs, different severities, and to me personally, I get this feeling that it shows how autism affects various people in different ways. To me personally, I find the infinity symbol to represent the diversity within the community, and to me that's more inclusive, because people have this assumption that once you meet one person on the spectrum, that's it, you know, every one of us is the same, which is just not the case. So I feel that the infinity symbol is actually really good representation of autism awareness. I loved the fact that they used a rainbow, because this represents a spectrum, which autism is. It's a spectrum disorder. And now when I actually think about the puzzle piece and the infinity symbol, I don't have a preference. You know, I'm kind of confused, so I really want to ask you guys what you think. Which one of these symbols do you prefer? And also, what are your views about these two symbols? I'd love to know down below in those comments. I would just love to know and just have this kind of conversation, because I feel it's quite important to understand what may offend people or what preferences people have. And with that, that is the end of the video. Thank you so much for joining me, and if you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below if you're brand new, stay indie. I hope you have a really good day, and I will see you all very soon. See you later, guys.